My name is Lorraine and I help people live with passion, purpose and positivity. Welcome to my channel. Let's dive right into this video. New paradigm of law of attraction, step 3. And like in the last two steps, step 1 and step 2, I did say that I've been reading a book by Nick Breau called Power Manifesting. And I'm going into the book deeply and I'm learning about it, and I'm sharing my thoughts and feelings on it on this channel, just so as to help you, so we're learning along the way together. So I thought I'd go over the first two steps just to reiterate and to remind you how far we've got. And if you remember rightly, I did write out the perspectives of the old paradigm and how most people are living in these different paradigms, the old paradigm and the new paradigm. So in the old paradigm, most people are living in one lack mindset. It exists or it doesn't. It's the 3D way of thinking. We believe that what is out there is real and there's nothing more. Whereas the new paradigm of law of attraction says we're complete. Everything exists. I am complete. That feels a lot better, doesn't it? You're already complete. You don't have to prove to yourself anything to anyone. You're already complete. You're worthy. You live on this planet. That's the end of it. 2, fear. Fear-based mentality. Fear-based responses and perspectives. A lot of us live in fear, don't we? Just about everyday things. And since the pandemic, people are living in fear. And the new paradigm says love is the answer to that. If you instead of thinking fear, think of love. Love-based responses and perspectives. That's a much better way of living, don't you think? Number 3, resistance. Pushing against the unwanted. So if something comes into your life that's not wanted, we push against it, but instead of that, accept, fully allow, no pushing against. When we come to understand that everything comes into our life for a reason, it's there to help us grow, and we become a better person because of it. But often it comes into our life, we don't want it, we resist it. But then let's say a year's time, we'll say, wow, that did teach me a lesson. I'm a better person for that. I can now teach other people to think this way or feel this way. Although you don't feel it at the time, but when you get this understanding that when you do get these unwanted things, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. So 4, contrast, non-serving, need to solve perspective. In contrast, appreciation of the unpreferred, a little bit like what I just talked about. 5, attachment, pushing against what isn't. And then non-attachment, complete allowance of what is. So they're the contrasts of the perspectives of the old and new paradigm. And then I've got this here as well, which is step 1, where we love and accept our reality exactly as it is. We don't push against it. Things happen in our life, and like I just said earlier, they come into our lives for a reason, to teach us, to help us grow, to learn by our mistakes. There's nothing, the universe is a friendly universe. It is not here to punish you, it's here to teach you. And if you keep thinking and doing the same things, it will keep giving you the same things to teach you. That's like a good parent, isn't it, really? So number 2, this is what I did on step 2. Be clear and detailed on what you want, where and who you want to be. So I spoke about this in step 2 and I did a video on that. And I'll put the 2 videos in the link in the description below just so that you can go over it. And yeah, so I said about writing it down, being clear to the universe, being clear to yourself, exactly what you want. It's like if I want to, like I said in the video, if I want to go from Hitchin, where I live, to London, which is 30 miles north of here, I'm clear about it, aren't I? I go to the station, I get the ticket and I go, or I drive there, and I'm clear. But if I say, get to the station, I'll go to Peterborough instead, I'm not getting to my destination, am I? I'm not being clear. So how can the universe know what to give you if you're not clear yourself? So yeah, so I did that in that video. So now we're on step 3, choose and hold the vision. So you've done the step 2, you've written it all down. And what I'm going to emphasise in this step is all you've got to do is choose. You haven't got to think of ways of making things happen. And as Mike Dooley would say, he'd say, forget the hows. The how is not up to you. All you've got to do is choose the vision, and you can do that in various ways. You can have a vision board where you've got all your desires in pictures, and then you look at it every night, and then you feel the emotions attached to that. Vision boards have never worked for me. I do a vision board and I don't look at it. What works for me is affirmations. I do find affirmations help, especially if like I carry an affirmation on like a piece of card like this, and then you can carry it around with you everywhere. Hold it, feel it, embody that feeling. And what I've written here is, I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities through many sources on a continuous basis. I've got that stuck into my being, and they do work for me. And I have affirmations around my house, and I do embody them, and I incantation them where I feel the emotions of it. So there's 3 parts to holding that and choosing that vision, and that's intellectually, emotionally, and in action. So intellectually, you put the desire in your mind, and you ingrain it in your mind. You think about it a lot of times in the day, don't you? And you don't doubt it. You know it's coming. It's in your mind. And then emotionally, you feel the emotion of that desire. You feel it. You know, you can be in that desire. Let's say you want lots of money, and you feel like what you're going to do with it, how you're going to be generous with your family and the community, what clothes you're going to buy, how you're going to do the house up. And you go, woo, 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 around the house, or whatever resonates with you. I've done this competition recently. I'm into camper vans. I want a camper van. And I was looking after my grandchildren the other day, and on the TV come on about win £40,000 and a camper van. And this camper van was mega nice. It was really luxurious. And I says to Joshua, my grandson, I says, Joshua, would you come in this camper van with me when I win it? He says, yeah, luxurious. So me and him got into the feeling place of this camper van. I said, yeah, we could go here, we could go there. But do it like in the present time, you know, I'm feeling the emotions of it. And also I've got 40 grand to spend as well, so we could go doing lots of things. So that's just an example of me embodying the desire and really ingraining it into your being. And then the third thing is action. Act on that desire, you know. So what I did was, for that competition, I wrote, instead of doing all the, you know, doing it on my phone, I send an envelope, write it on the front of the envelope, and then post it off. I'm always doing that, and that's free too. So, you know, I'm not doubting that I'm not going to win that competition. As far as I'm concerned, it's in the bag. You know, you've got to embody your desire, so you're actually living it and feeling the emotions of it, and you wake up in the morning getting excited about it. And it admitted, you know, you've been programmed against this. You know, your subconscious mind will talk you out of it. So you've got to like make new neural pathways in the brain to help you embody this desire that you know is going to come to you. Like, say for example, I'm asking for more money, and I'm wanting it to come in different sources of income and in large quantities. If I go to the supermarket and start worrying about paying for my groceries that day, or I'm not saying, I'm just saying it's an example, or anybody, or you go to you go look in your bank account and you think, oh my God, I haven't got much money, you know, you're pushing your desire away. You know, you've got to sort of almost, your reality, you've got to almost put it to one side and say, no, this is my desire, this is what's going to happen, and embody it. choose it. But then forget about it. You haven't got to do anything, because when you embody it in your vibration and you become a vibrational match to that, synchronicities will come to you. They'll come to you, and then you act on them little nudges from the universe, you know. So that's all you've got to do. You just got to choose, embody the desire, and like I said, intellectually, emotionally, and then in action. So that is step number 3. I hope it helped. And there is 5 steps, and I'll be doing 2 more videos on the other 5 steps. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. I'll be putting links in the description below of the 2 previous videos. Also, a free ebook of mine called It Works, and it's a simplified explanation of the law of attraction, written by an anonymous millionaire nearly 100 years ago. And it's only about 28 pages. It's a little book that I've got, and I made it into a PDF, and I hope it helps people. I'll also put other bits and pieces like my website, Instagram and Facebook in the link below. Anyway, have a wonderful day, everybody. Blessings, much love, and namaste.